Way back in 70, 2 years before I was conceived, Mom and Dad had their first son, the first one to leave. Daddy's coming from the war in Vietnam and picking names. Since Pop name is James, his son name is James. But to give the kid his own identity, they broke James, nicknamed the Jamie. But I would call him Maine, see I was a toddler, and all my words weren't clear, so Maine was his name to me. For years I started coming up, and by the time I got in kindergarten, Jamie was in the 2nd grade, so I kinda had it made. See, my older brother had some popularity, plus he was a roughneck, so other kids were scared of me. I was only 5 years old, but had major kinda crazy juice. But then he had to cut me loose. 3rd grade took him to another school, and I was stuck out for recess, walking in the shadows trying to pick up the pieces.
Everybody sing along if you can. Gotta reminisce about my #1 man.
We were like one, though I gotta keep my stride and tell you all the story about the day that we died.
So everybody sing along if you can, while I reminisce about my #1 man.
I got a lot to say, so let the drums keep drumming.
I try to fight them back, but the tears keep coming.
On occasion, me and my brother attended the same schools, but I would forget my cool and start back in the fool, cause I knew I had somebody on my side, somebody close who shared my pride and knew about everything I dared to hide. But after a while, my wallet started getting out of hand. I had my older brother, so I thought I was the man. I thought that I was made of steel, but Jamie knew I was plastic, and he showed me once he let me get my ass kicked. I still remember when my parents got divorced and my life got tossed on another course by force. And when nobody else understood me, he stood with me, talking knowledge and drinking liquor till it hurt my kidney. True, we had those ordinary brother quarrels, but still he gave me confidence and guidance for my sorrows. Showed me hope in tomorrow with respect for the present, cause nobody couldn't promise that my future would be pleasant. He told me, you get one life to live, so take as much as you can, but don't be stingy to give, cause everybody get their payback date without no shelter or cover, meaning you pay your debt one way or another. My brother was one who lived every day like the last day, had to go the fast way, looking for his ass straight, cause he didn't like to put no ashes in his bottle or can, just in case some more drinking began. He wasn't perfect, he ran into some trouble with the law, born hustling, quick to check your jaw. He was raw, but wasn't scared to pull a trigger if he had to, so he pulled many. Bombing on them mother suckers, you can ask Benny. He did the game for a while because he had the skills, but not for glory neither fame, just to pay the bills. All around there was the hero of my soul and my thesis. I learned a lot picking up his pieces.
Everybody sing along if you can. Gotta reminisce about my #1 man.
We were like one, though I gotta keep my stride and tell you all the story about the day that we died.
So everybody sing along if you can, while I reminisce about my #1 man.
I got a lot to say, so let the drums keep drumming.
I try to fight them back, but the tears keep coming.
I remember all the pain in his eyes, how he cried at my nephew's grave when his first son died. That really tore up his insides, but on the outside he said he was fine cause of pride. But he lied, or he tried. Still he got it back together cause he saw time heals all wounds that just don't take away the scar. As the years went by, he met himself another lady, and with that lady came another baby. Now we in the 90s, few years before this song was conceived. He got his first daughter and was harder to believe. He was coming home from work picking names for the baby. Since we called him Jamie, then he named the Jamie. A brand new flame that brightly lit up my family and put my brother's head in the right frame of sanity. Then he shared his joys with me and let me christen her. Every time we left her, we was missing her. Shortly thereafter, I kinda turned the tables on the roles. I played the father, let him take the uncle controls. And when me and my baby mama wasn't acting too nice, I never had to think twice because he gave me advice and brought me through another struggle like he usually do. I met another lady and became the father too. My second little girl, so it was his turn and it's time. I christened his, so he christened mine. You see, we were brothers, and despite our differences, we were closer than we ever knew in spite distances. Many instances showed each other how we loved one another. Boys to men, but friends just as well as we're brothers. And when you were murdered at the early age of 23 in your crib, sound asleep, I felt death in half of me. Cause how somebody gonna kill my brother, my nigga, who never get a chance to see his daughter getting bigger. He never got to know his God kid that well. My parents cracking up, put my grandmother through hell. Your baby mama going crazy, don't forget her son Keo, who lost a second dad before 6 and got 0. Now, your little brothers talk about you all the time, so do family and friends. I'm going out of my mind, cause everybody come to me to talk about you. But I don't think they noticed I can't really live without you. Low, for 21 years, you were all I had. Taught me how to potty, to whistle, then how to be a dad, how to handle myself in mostly any situation. But now you gone and can't nobody give no explanation. You used to push me hard, now I gotta strive harder to be a man and a father figure for your daughter. I keep your memories in everyone and raise your nieces, and hope you rest in peace, though I can't rest cause I'm in pieces.
Everybody sing along if you can. Gotta reminisce about my number one man.
We were like one, though I gotta keep my stride and tell you all the story about the day that we died.
So everybody sing along if you can, while I reminisce about my number one man.
I got a lot to say, so let the drums keep drumming.
I try to fight them back, but the tears keep coming. Everybody sing along if you can. Gotta reminisce about my number one man.
We were like one, though I gotta keep my stride and tell you all the story about the day that we died.
So everybody sing along if you can, while I reminisce about my number one man.
I had a lot to say, but you could kill a whole track, cause I could rap forever, but he never coming back.